Welcome to the Black Table, my friends.
So anyway, Simone Sanders was on the Morning Joe show. And Simone said, hey, we're not going to have no debates in 2024.
Are we going to actually have a challenge here?
I'm trying not to laugh, Joe. I really think that the mealy-mouthed Democrats, as I like to call them, and some of my progressive friends who would like to live in a fantasy land, they need to come back to reality. Yeah. And the reality is this. The Democratic National Committee will not facilitate a primary process. There will be no debate stage for Bobby Kennedy, Marianne Williamson, or anyone else to stand on. There will be no debating.
They some stupid people that think that they're going to have democracy in the Democratic Party. We do what we want to do. It was just really condescending. I mean, she was really, she was as disagreeable as you could be. She said, you know, my mealy-mouthed Democrats and my progressive friends need to just wake up and smell the coffee and get out of la-la land and stop thinking. And then look, and I'm really close to being verbatim here. That's how she talked to people. I was like, well, it must be nice to be the help and like have carte blanche to talk to voters like that, but they don't give a shit. And that's the thing about the Democratic Party, man. That's the thing about the Democratic Party. They really don't give a shit about what you think. 55% of black voters aren't happy with Joe Biden. He don't care. The Democrats always do the same old thing. They go, well, we got you over a barrel. Either you go with us or you go with the people that really hate you. We can't stand you, but if you don't got us, you got the people that hate you. We don't care what you think. We just want you to give us your vote, give us your money, and get somewhere and sit down.
That's the truth. It's so sad.
See, when you demonize Trump to the extent where they say he's ushering in Armageddon, they have some people captive because they actually believe that that's the case. They believe that Trump is somehow magnificently worse. Like he's a unique type of devil. He's the worst thing that you could ever imagine occupying the White House. Even though we did have him as a president. And the world did not, people did not, World War III did not commence. But they're still using it. And what I'm saying is they use the boogeyman tactic to make you say like you have no choice. That talking down, I cannot stand that. That talking down to us nonsense. Oh man. That really ticks me off. I cannot stand it, Johnson. It gets me right here. I don't know about the rest of y'all. You know, I'm a grown-ass man, and I don't like nobody talking down to me as if I'm unable to use the muscle, use my brain, and that I can't decide for myself what I want to do, and also make decisions in my own best interest. But that's the Democratic Party, man. They don't even waste time trying to smooth talk you into this thing with Joe Biden.
Right.
So he's gonna be your nominee. Look, if you don't have no debates, if Marianne Williamson cannot put him on the debate stage, and don't get me wrong, I got my questions about Marianne Williamson, questions about Kennedy Jr., but I'm gonna tell you this. It's always good for any type of democracy if we can have conversations. Right. And to be able to have Marianne Williamson question authority is a good thing. To have Robert Kennedy or Bobby Kennedy Jr. question authority, that's a good thing. That's good. You're supposed to want that. Don't tell me that Joe Biden gonna be worse off if he has to answer questions. He ain't no damn king. He ain't the king of me. He ain't the king of black folk. He ain't the king of white folk. He ain't the king of my Hispanic folk. He ain't the king of my Asian folks. He ain't the king of my Native American folks. See how I round all the bases there? That's because I care about y'all. I don't want nobody to feel left out. I remember when Joe Biden was running, man, he was on the campaign trail, and he was like, shut up, fat.
Look, fat, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
You want to go outside? He was threatening to fight people on the road.
Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
All because they were wondering, what's the 77-year-old dude going to do? Why are you running for president for the third time? What do you want? Why should we get behind you? You've been a senator for so long. What if you were going to do something, you were senator and vice president, what you going to do that you ain't already had a chance to do? What else are you going to do? I'm just glad they're saying it out loud now. It does show a level of audacity that they did not display before. Yeah. They lied before. I had Donna Brazile finally get up here and admit it on my show. But they did their best to deny that the DNC was a private organization, that they could do whatever they wanted to do. But I will always want to remind people, when people are sashaying around, talking shit, talking about how great the Democrats are, I always remind people, the Republican Party was the ones who ended up with Trump as a nominee. You ain't gonna see that shit happen with the Democrats. Yeah. Think about that. They didn't want Trump. Nobody wanted Trump. They ran like 50 people ran. But still, they ended up with the guy they didn't want. The Democrats won't let that happen. Somebody gonna fall in the bathroom. Somebody gonna fall walking down some steps. Something gonna happen. They gonna. You saw what they did to Bernie. Bernie looked like he might do something. They got Clyburn to go down South Carolina. They got Buttigieg to fall on the sword. They got Amy Klobuchar to fall on the sword. They got Tulsi Gabbard sounding like Hillary Clinton. They got everybody all at once. They got Beto O'Rourke. He got off the desk and he went down and threw his weight behind Biden. I mean, come on. They was synchronized swing. It was a swan. It was choreographed. It was
very true.
It was so, that's why I laugh, man. People be like, Tim Black, you must be a Republican. You must be loving Republicans. You shut up. I'm a realist and I see through the nonsense. You can't see this? It's like I'm the only person at a horror movie and I'm seeing Jason walking up. And I'm like, that's Jason. Lady, run, you better run. That's how I feel about a lot of these people that believe in this shit, man. My older people, man, my older black folks, still eating them chicken dinners, listening to these whack-ass politicians lie to you. Come on, you know better. Come on now. Big Mama, you ain't got nothing out of these politicians ever. They got out of you. They got money out your purse. So stop believing in them. Like, I'm not saying, I'm never going to tell people not to vote, babe. Mrs. Black, I'll never tell people not to vote, but I will tell you not to get your hopes up. Don't do that shit. And don't put all your eggs in the voting basket. Yeah. Because if you do, you have some scrambled eggs. Some scrambled eggs with some dirt in them because they're going to fall on the ground. You're going to have to scoop them up. So that's all I got on that. Look, guys, may it be what it's going to be. May it be what it's going to be. But we're going to keep it 100. This is about policy, not parties. Both these parties suck, Johnson. And not having the debates is just, you say, oh, Trump's bringing fascism. What the hell is this? Yeah. What is it when we can't say, have a conversation, answer the questions, be willing to defend your positions? That's too much to ask. Simone Sanders, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, but you have no shame. You have no shame. Mrs. Black, anything on that?
I don't see why a lawsuit can't be filed. Why can't a lawsuit be filed? Because this, to me, is so unfair. I mean, to the point where because they're making these, they're making these moves to not having debates. Like you said, it's not giving the American people an opportunity to hear the conversations, hear other points of views. It would make me feel like to the point where I would throw more weight behind the other two candidates who are, attempting to, who plan to run for president, and just leave Biden off the table. There's so much popularity, of course, with him being, of course, the president. It's just, what would be a blueprint? How would you set something up where you are pushing people to, go against this narrative, go against this power play? How do you do that? I mean, I am in a sense where if I'm being treated unfairly, I want to do something about it. I just get angry. And when I get angry, I tell you, I will try to move heaven and earth to make it right. So I just, I don't want to sit here and wish this and wish that. I wish we could do that, but actually have a plan of action. I mean, this is 2023. With them with the Democratic Party making such a bold move to say, hey, we're not doing this. This is our guy. We like him. This is who we're going to keep here, regardless of what the supporters and the voters, the constituents of this party, are thinking. I think we can, it'd just be nice to have a plan of action to go against their plan of thought. They're assuming that people want this man back in. They're assuming that we can just lay down and, roll over for them. But we have a voice and we have a vote and we have a platform here and we have a way of getting information out to folks and, building some type of strength, having a strength of people coming together to go against this. That's my take. Again, I'm not going to sit here and wish anything. We need to really do something about this because this truly angers me that you're going to assume that I want this man to be our president again.
Now, don't get me wrong. You still get to vote.
Right.
But it's a long shot to begin with.
Exactly.
Because of all the money he's going to have racked up, having the DNC kick in. But, it's a long shot. We still get to vote, but the thing is, without the debates, you don't get the energy around it.
Exactly.
So that's it's just bad. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that the Republicans. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember if Trump got challenged.
Mm-hmm. Well, DeSantis.
He didn't.
You mean the last?
Last time when he was the incumbent. I don't remember if there was a primary for the Republicans. But see, that's the thing. The Democrats don't sell them. The Republicans don't sell themselves as being that type of entity. Mm-hmm. They like,
Come
they
on
always
out here.
play team ball.
Right. They do. They stand together. If it's the wrong type of policy for a majority of their constituents, they will stick together and ride it out.
That wrong policy.
Yeah.
We got Republicans who continue to say that it's not guns, it's the mental health, and then they cut mental health services. Mm-hmm. Like Abbott cut mental health services in Texas. He loves to say we need mental health services, not the guns, but then he's going to cut the budget on mental health resources. So, I mean, it's just like, it's always, so I'm not saying that's why I tell people, it's both parties. It's not one or the other, it's both, and I'm aware of both. But see, it's the Democrats that try to act like they're the ones that are for the people. We're for the working people. Well, working people like to make choices. Yeah. Working people like to choose too. So and working people want the best as well. They deserve the best as well.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Black is one of those people she's a believer in fairness, and she's a Libra, so
yeah, those scales have to balance. Yes.
She likes to balance in the scales, and like I give the cold water, like yo. But I was there, man. I'm a different person. 2015, 2016, I was Mr. Optimistic, man. I wasn't putting on the show. I actually believed in Medicare for All. I believed in relieving student debt. I believe in reparations. I believe in these things. I actually do believe in those things. But I look at the landscape and I'm like, these people don't want to give us income equality.
Yeah.
They don't want to give us dental care. They try to cut Social Security.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to keep what we have.
This doesn't feel like, the American way, honestly. It doesn't feel like the American way.
It's just the opposite, babe. It is the American way. This is not the American lie. This is not the American lie. This is the American way. This shit right here, this is really how it rolls.
We got to do something.
We are doing something. I'm saying something, and I got about 20 people that are watching this shit. Next story.
Got to make some noise. Yes.
The Black Table. The Black Table streams live Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. See you there.